Hi, my name is Carly Ardima and I am the Achievement Coach at Mount Jordan Middle School. And for my final project, I decided to look at Kahoot and what it is and the data that we can use from it as far as assessment. So I met with a 6th grade social studies teacher and went over Kahoot with her. So first I wanted to talk about what Kahoot is, which we all know because we learned from this class, but it's a game that students can play as a review. And teachers can set up the questions, so I met with the teacher and we made some questions together, reviewing the unit that she was working on, and we decided the answers, the 4 multiple choice answers that she could use as well. This is just an example of a question. It's showing that you can have an image in there and that it's important to keep your answers short so that students can respond quickly, and that it also has a timer on the side, which is really great, and it will tell you how many students have answered so far so that you can see when all students have answered. So this is the report of the scores from the assessment that this teacher gave. It was her review for her ancient Greece test. So it was an 11 question review, and it has, I cut off the student names for privacy, but it tells you the number of correct answers that student gave, and then incorrect answers as well. And then it gave you their Kahoot score. The thing that I like about this report is the green and red make it really easy to see the correct answers and the incorrect, and you can see even when students don't answer. So that would be when I would ask myself, well, why didn't they answer? Were they goofing off? Was there not enough time? Did they just not know it and didn't even want to guess? So that would be something you could dive into. But also you can look at each question and you can see, okay, my kids did pretty well on this question, not so great on this one, so this needs to be a whole class reteach. So this teacher and I sat down and we had that discussion. We talked about the different questions, and I observed her giving this Kahoot as well. So she got instant feedback. It tells you the percentage of students who get the correct answer right away. So for example, after question 1, she did a quick whole class reteach, whereas question 2, she just said the correct answer, they saw it, and then moved on, and she's going to get with those 3 kids later. So this is more specifically how we use the data. We sat down and analyzed it together and made a plan for things she would do. So the first thing, we decided that she could do a small group review with the bottom 4 students, because remember, this first column is questions correct and questions incorrect. Now, looking at this, you think, well, they got 7 questions right, but this person, this student, only answered 8 of the 11 questions. So again, was the student goofing off? Was the student, did he not have enough time? What was the case? The second thing we decided was we looked at each of the questions, and this was the question that had the lowest score as far as percentage of correct students. So she is going to reteach where chariot races took place, and this could be a quick 5-minute reteach, or it could be longer depending on the way the conversation goes with the students. Then the third thing we talked about was that for the rest of the questions that most of the students did not get wrong, she would have the students turn to each other, re-clarify the answer, and she could walk around the room. This is a great, quick, formative assessment. She can listen in and clarify their conversations as needed. And that's the thing that's really helpful about Kahoot, is that instant feedback. She can know which questions they're getting. So here are just some of my likes and dislikes, which I've already kind of discussed, but Kahoot is fun for students. They stay engaged through the activity and they get to review the content. Every classroom that I've been in and observed it, the students have been engaged and had a lot of fun. I really like how visual it is for our special ed students and for our English language learners. They can match the colors if the teacher reads the question aloud, which most of them do. The students can listen for the answer they're looking for and then match the color. I don't like the classroom management side of it. I think it takes a skilled teacher to really train the kids, and it's hard to review in between each question because the kids are so excited and so off task sometimes, but they're still on task, so it's that hard line. But I have seen it done effectively. It just takes training and practice. So that is my final project.